All right, well, we hit another winning trade today. I think we're on a 4-trade win streak after coming off a 4-trade losing streak about 3 weeks ago. So again, we're back in the winning column, which is nice. It's good. We're slowly building up these accounts, which is good. Today wasn't the biggest trade, but again, we still target a 1 to 2.17. I took this trade in ES. I got to figure out the sizing a little bit better because, again, we made only like $100 per account, which is I'm fine with. Again, we're slowly growing these. It's still $300 in a day. But originally, I wanted to put our full take profits up to here. But, again, we were approaching these highs on NASDAQ. I thought we could sweep these out, maybe continue lower and stop us out at break even. But, again, I just ended up taking a full take profit at 1 to 2 because that's just it's fine with me, okay? Instead of targeting and going crazy and going for a 1 to 3.75 or 1.4 or whatever, I don't care about targeting that right now unless we're past the drawdown because, again, we still have that drawdown. I don't want it to go up and then reverse on us. And then, again, if we're in profit, let's say $200, and then we get stopped out at break even with drawdown, you technically lose that money you were up in profit with the drawdown. So, again, we want to get past that first. And we just want to target our 1 to 2s, 1 to 2.5s, and then once we start getting past that drawdown and building up capital, then let runners run and go to that point. So other than that, let's get into the trade that we took today. I'll X this out for you right here. And we'll go to the 5-minute time frame. So again, coming into market open, I was keeping an eye on the hourly time frame because we didn't form this 1-hour S&T yet at the lows. So I wanted to wait till 10 a.m. to see if that 1-hour S&T would close. But as you can see, if we go to the 15-minute time frame, ES did not take any of these 15-minute highs out, but NASDAQ did. We had all these 15-minute highs right here. We had this 15-minute high, this 15-minute high, this 15-minute high, and this 15-minute high. And as you can see, NASDAQ just kept running up past them and even past the macro at 10 a.m. We ended up taking out the highest 15-minute high. So I wanted to see if on the 1-hour time frame, we at least, if we form that 1-hour S&T, ES can at least come up and take out these 15-minute highs, and NASDAQ is probably going to come up and target all these draws in liquidity. So I scaled down to the 5-minute time frame after I saw the 10 a.m. candle closure, which formed that 1-hour bullish S&T. 1-hour bullish S&T. If you guys don't know, I'm going to make a video on it soon in the Mastro Futures Trading Blueprint 2.0. ES formed a low and a higher low. NASDAQ formed a low and a lower low. Got it? Bullish S&T. Bang. Boom. All right. 5-minute time frame. Let's look what we got. So market open, right? Market open, you could see we opened up. We were in this 5-minute bullish fair value gap. We ended up disrespecting it on market open, breaking structure to the downside. I never enter my trades unless it goes past the macro, which is 950. Right? So again, I was looking for shorts in that area, but I was also looking at the 1-hour time frame to see, hey, if that 1-hour S&T doesn't form, we're probably going to continue lower and take out these lows. So I was on the 5-minute still. As you can see, macro opens up right before the macro, 945. ES, we break structure to the upside, right? Cool. I scale down to the 1-minute time frame. NASDAQ still coming up past these highs. We hit the last 15-minute high. I assume that we're probably going to come up and take out these high time frame draws in liquidity. Awesome. Next thing, I scale down to the 1-minute time frame. As you can see, we had a 1-minute bullish fair value gap. 1-minute bullish fair value gap right here. I didn't want to enter yet off of this reaction. Again, it still would have played out even if you did, but I was just more patient on it, and you could have put your stops down at this low. But again, it was right at the macro, but I still wanted to wait for that 10 a.m. candle to close to see if that 1-hour S&T would form. So I waited patiently. You could see we ended up disrespecting this 1-minute bullish imbalance. Then we ended up coming back up. I wanted to see us at least break structure to the upside again. Correct? So that 10 a.m. candle closes, right? We form that 1-hour bullish S&T. So I'm like, cool. If we get bullish confluences, I'm taking a trade to the upside. So we ended up breaking structure to the upside, right? Break structure right here on this candle. I got an entry around here when this candle closed down. For my first entry, stops below these lows right here, or at these lows. That was my first entry right there. I went in half my normal position size that I normally would, because again, it was just off a break of structure and I was really set on my bias. Then what I did, we'll move this over to this side, is I saw that we formed a 1 minute bullish fair value gap, as you can see right here, and I wanted to see us at least get a retest and have buying pressure out of it. I ended up entering 2 more micros, because again, I'm trading micro e-minis on these 50K accounts. I'll be totally honest, I'm not trading with minis on it yet because I want to build the capital, right? No rush. So then I got in around this candle closed down here, or when the candle came down to this area, because we got buying pressure out of it. I put my stops below these lows. That was second entry, targeted this right here. Originally, this was my first stop below these lows, but after we came up around close to our first take profit, because I had 1 take profit here, 2 take profit here, and then my final take profit at these 15-minute highs. That was the full trade we ended up taking full take profit on, but again, this is what I wanted it to look like. So it would have been a 1 to 3. I wanted it to look like this at first, but again, as you can see, NASDAQ was approaching these highs. I thought if NASDAQ takes these, we could send a reversal down, and we're only at this first 15-minute high, and then we could get stopped at a break even, which I didn't want to happen. And yeah, so I decided to put my full take profit here. As you can see, we entered in twice, and we ended up hitting our full take profit on this candle, and then we got a huge candle up, taking out all these draws and liquidity, which would have been nice, and it sucks to see. But again, once we got close to that first TP, I put my stops below this low. And then once we hit our first TP, which was a little bit low, the 15-minute low, I ended up just taking 1 off there, took another 1 off here, and then took 2 off here. Put my stops below this low, so we targeted, well, now it says a 1 to 3 for some reason. I'm pretty sure it was a 1 to 2 or something like that. And yeah, pretty much went from there. Once we hit first take profit, set the break even, let them babies run, and then we hit our take profit. So again, not the biggest trade. Would have been nice if we could have hit this, but again, I want to get past the drawdown first before we start letting runners run. Because again, on a drawdown on these Apex accounts, if you're in $500 profit and you're still in the drawdown, and then set your price to break even, and price goes down, stops you at a break even, it continues back up in the direction, you technically lost $500 on your drawdown. So again, I'm building my way up slowly, and then once we get there, we're gonna let them bitches run, like on the live accounts, and we're gonna continue on and shut all the people up that just shut up. All the people who just talk shit on prop firms and everything. Prop firms, you can make good money. You can make good money off prop firms to scale into your live account, make more capital, bang, bang, boom. Do a live account, do prop firms at the same time too. Make good money. All right, cool. That was the trade today. Again, I'm going to film that other video today for the Mastro Futures Trading Blueprint 2.0. Other than that, still hit, I guess, what is this? It was a 1 to 2 point something. Well, I guess it says a 1 to 3.5 with that risk to reward if we put our stops at that low. So again, take it however you want to take it. I took this trade. I post my entries in the Discord and on my Instagram. And we'll just keep going from there. So another dub today. We'll keep trying to go on this win streak. We'll keep growing these accounts. And I appreciate everybody who has liked, subscribed, and pays attention to my content. Appreciate it.